event as we take a look at the tail of the tape. Chris Arreola, 29 years of age. Adamek at 33 years of age. 1-inch height advantage in favor of Arreola. Arreola weighed in at 250.5 pounds. Adamek at 217. Time for the rules with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Chris Arreola Tomasz Adamek fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. The doctor or the referee can stop the fight. In case it was caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round.
Well, here comes Tomasz Adamek. Said I have to be cautious, but I do like to mix it up. And you know Chris Arreola is going to want to mix it up. He's been fighting with a heavy heart, and he'll fight this fight with a heavy heart. He was invited by the President's Secretary of Poland to have lunch with him after this fight and go back to Poland. Obviously, the tragic plane accident from 2 weeks ago has Adamek and all of his Polish fans with a heavy heart. But he says, what can I do? I need to go into the ring and do my job and pay honor to our fallen president by giving a good performance and proving that I am one of the best in the world. And he's brought fans with him here tonight to Ontario, California. Coming off a 12-round win against Jason Estrada, February of this year in New Jersey in front of 10,000. And now the fans here in Ontario salute their own Chris Arreola from Riverside, California. Seemed genuinely hurt by the fact that he didn't sell more tickets for this, but he sort of took it as a reminder that the public speaks with their pocket, and he wants to put on a good show tonight.
Lennox hit the nail on the head. I think people are, his fans are sending him a message. If you're not going to take your career seriously, why should we?
But those in attendance are giving him the love here tonight in Ontario.
You know, he said he wanted to come into this fight. He said he's a real heavyweight, and Adamek is not a real heavyweight. But he respects Adamek, but he wants to prove to Adamek that he's a true heavyweight right now.
Time for the introductions once again to the ring and Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Citizens Business Bank Arena, Ontario, California, USA, Goosen Tudor Promotions and Main Events, in association with Ziggy Promotions, is proud to present the featured bout of the evening. Sponsored by Mirror Lake Inn Resort and Spa, San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino, Fiesta Broadway, presented by Craig and O'Reilly Auto Parts, La Opinion, and Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina. This contest on the line, the IBF International and vacant NABO titles, 12 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission Chairman John Frierson, Executive Officer George Dodd. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout: Tony Krebs, Barry Drucksmann, and Joseph Pasquale. And inside the ring, your referee in charge of the action at the bell, Jack Reese. And now, this one's for Dennis and the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO Boxing After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, officially weighing 217 pounds. His professional record, 40 victories, including 27 knockouts, only one defeat. He's originally a native born and bred of Poland, but now training and fighting out of Jersey City, New Jersey. He's the defending title holder tonight, former light heavyweight and former cruiserweight champion of the world, Tomasz Adamek. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue, official weight 250, 1/2 pounds. As a professional, 28 victories, including 25 knockouts, only one defeat. He's the top-rated heavyweight contender in the world, the fighting pride of Riverside, California, Cristobal, the Nightmare Arreola.
Roger, this is high. I'm going to be letting them work in here. This is the line right here. I gave you instruction in the dressing room. I just want to remind you, listen and obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Remember what I told you? I'm going to try to tuck you out verbally at the clinches. Good luck. Touch him up. Mouthpiece.
Both in terms of the quality of the fighters and their styles, this is one of the best heavyweight matchups that can be made in the world today. Adamek, the better boxer, but Chris Arreola, the bigger man and the beast.
Arreola's only loss, Vitaly Klitschko last September. Adamek's only loss, Chad Dawson, back in 2007. 10 first-round knockouts for Arreola, 2 for Adamek. Size advantage, obviously, in Arreola's favor. Lennox, early in the fight, what's the most important thing for Adamek here against Arreola?
Is not to get hit. But he's doing a great job. He needs to throw that jab a little bit more and start the ball rolling. I think they both have a lot of respect for each other. And you need to be throwing a little bit more punches. Right now, they're allowing the other boxer to throw the first punch.
What about for Arreola here in round 1?
Arreola, he needs to really step it up a little bit more. Shouldn't be waiting. He should actually start the ball rolling. This is his house, and he needs to show that.
Arreola just missed with that right hand.
One of the advantages that Arreola's enjoyed in most of his fights is that in exchanges, he's the guy with a deeper amateur background. He's the guy actually better technically usually. And so in exchanges, even if the other guy's in better shape or more athletic, Arreola's the one who's actually landing punches. Here, he doesn't have that advantage, you wouldn't think, because Adamek has the more impressive resume, is the more experienced pro, and throws the shorter punches.
Adamek has 241 rounds under his belt as a pro, plus 120 amateur fights. Arreola, this is the 96th round of his pro career. Nice combination there by Adamek. Combination, right hand by Adamek. Arreola answers with a right.
see Adamek winning the whole round, but Arreola hits him with the left, and it lifts Adamek off the canvas, it seems.
Arreola needs to be pressuring the action a little bit more and forcing Adamek against the ropes, or even to move around.
Adamek with a combination. Arreola jumps back in.
Hey, keep using the jab. Keep working out the jab. Beautiful job with the jab. Spit. Put it out. Beautiful jab. Keep backing him up, all right? He's so terrified of this. All right? Listen, keep working out that jab. You're doing a great job with the jab, all right? We ain't even start pulling pressure nerves off now. Just take that up. You just let to it. Double it, triple it. Double it. There, double it up, triple it up. Boom, 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 boom. And the right hand's working good for you, the body. A nice deep breath. Slow your heart down. He's smart.
It's interesting to see Roger Bloodworth, who is the trainer for Adamek, in the corner. He had to go to New Zealand to work with David Tua, so his buddy Ronnie Shields kind of handled the training for a couple of weeks. Don't see Ronnie in the corner, although Ronnie was there yesterday at the fighter meetings with Roger Bloodworth. Roger calling the shots here tonight. Good right hand by Adamek. Arreola acknowledges it.
So far, Adamek's been outclassing Arreola, but as I mentioned, Arreola has a much bigger margin of error. He can be getting outclassed and land one big shot, and I think both fighters are aware of it.
And you can tell Arreola's been working on his jab. He wants to get that jab working, but he needs to throw it. And he also wants to get that right hand in there, but he needs to do some work before he gets there. He needs to work and prepare his right hand, especially not show his opponent that is coming. So he has to throw a lot more jabs, a lot more body punches, and then throw that right hand. And eventually, Adamek won't see it coming. But right now, he can see everything coming.
Arreola is obviously a much bigger man. Wants to size up Adamek with his right hand. Adamek moves away from him. When you find a guy that's smaller than you, how do you sort of impose your size on an opponent?
Well, you can do it a couple of different ways. The first way is, don't be a headhunter. Go to the body. If you have trouble hitting a guy to the head, hit him to the chest and try and drive him back against the ropes. And when he can't move back anymore, this is when you throw the combination punching.
There you see Arreola seemed to have figured out in the last couple moments that if he punches with Adamek, yeah, he's going to get hit a couple times, but he has a better shot of catching Adamek in the exchange.
Nice combination by Adamek, and then he dips away from any danger. Adamek goes to the belly of Arreola. Left hand, snap back the head of Arreola.
And Adamek's in front of Arreola, but Arreola is finding it very difficult to hit him. Arreola would love if he was standing in one position so he can hit him, but he's not.
Good effective movement by Adamek. End of round number 2.
You got to use that jab to keep him out. Keep him out, slow him down a couple more rounds, right hand to the body.
More jab, yeah?
Yeah, but keep the jab a little bit more. A little bit more. You're moving, stopping, he's walking in throwing the right hand. You got to use that jab a little bit more. Your jab's working nice. I need you working it a little more. All right? Need you working a little more. It's going to create a lot of openings for you, okay? But listen to me. Start firing that right hand with more regularity. Getting under. Once you get in close, I want you digging downstairs a little more, okay? Look for him underneath, especially when you get him to rope.
Here we go.
So we begin round number 3. Don't forget, after HBO's Boxing After Dark, 24/7, Mayweather Mosley. You don't want to miss the next installment.
Oh, good jab from Adamek.
And Chris Arreola cannot stand in the middle of the ring and try and box with Adamek. He needs to force him against the ropes, throw a couple more double jabs, some looping hooks.
Adamek also throws a good knifing right hand to the body after the jab that's very effective.
So glad you could join us for HBO's Boxing After Dark. Bob Papa, Max Kellerman, Lennox Lewis from Ontario, California. Chris Arreola, Tomasz Adamek. Round number 3 scheduled for 12 heavyweights earlier tonight. Alfredo Angulo stopped Joel Julio in the 11th round. So far, Tomasz Adamek in the black trunks fought a very disciplined fight against the much bigger Chris Arreola.
You know, it's a different class of fighter. Adamek is really one of the top, say, 20 pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He was a stalwart at light heavy. He was really exceptional at cruiser. And he was so good in those weight divisions that he's able to compete against top heavyweights, as we see here. The only reason that it's considered a competitive fight on paper is because of Arreola's size and punching power.
And giving away 33 pounds is Adamek.
And Adamek looks like he's got shorter arms as well. They're strong arms. You can tell they're conditioned. They're not long arms, but they're really effective.
Well, measured from the armpit to the end of the fist, it's only a half-inch shorter than Arreola's. But you're right, Lex, as you look at it, you just look at it without knowing those numbers, left hand by Adamek, it does look like Arreola's arms would be longer.
Arreola's bleeding a little bit. Hopefully that cut's not going to open up any further.
We've seen him have to deal with cuts before.
Stop punching, separate.
His face is reddened by a lot of the punches he's been hit with to this point.
Good left hook to the body from Arreola. In spite of really getting outclassed this round, he has had moments.
Adamek landed a nice combination to the body thereafter.
Hold him back.
Listen, it's a good round. You throw that straight hand, that right hand straight, you hurt him that time a little bit, okay? But don't get in a fight yet. Be smart. Just keep left and right and using that long jab. Keep your distance. Don't let him walk up too close to you. Get that jab off.
Hey, listen to me. Got to bring those hands back. Keep them tight, all right? Keep the head moving, all right? Hey, the pressure's good. Keep working out the jab, but throw more than one. Change it up.
In round number 3, Adamek landed 23 of 59 punches, according to CompuBox, 17 of 31 power shots, 55%, to Arreola's 10 of 51 total in the round. Let's check in with Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. 29-28, 2 rounds to 1. Tomasz Adamek You know, Bob, I swear to God, coming in here is like trying to beat, Joe Paterno in Happy Valley. Every time Chris Arreola lays a shot, the whole place goes nuts. I mean, he said, it's my house, you ain't coming in here and beat me. But be as it may, Tomasz Adamek in rounds 2 and 3 absolutely outworked him. He gets in, he gets the shots off, and he gets out of there. In round 1, Arreola made it very easy for the judges. Every time he hit Adamek was flying back. But 2 and 3, Adamek won. 2-1, Adamek.
Arreola's unloaded some heavy artillery here and seems to have hurt Adamek about 20 seconds ago and followed up well.
Yeah, Adamek looked a little wobbly as he took some big shots.
Harold Lederman is a great judge, but I strongly disagree with the first round scoring. I think Adamek won it by a wide margin. This round, Arreola's making a case by seeming to really, it looked like Adamek lost his mouthpiece on one of those shots.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have a mouthpiece in right now. Who knows where it went.
The referee doesn't have it, because there's been enough lull in the action at some point where he could have rinsed it off and gotten it back in.
I think this is the first round that Arreola is making a legitimate case that he's winning.
Yeah, Adamek isn't really throwing the jab as much as he should, but when he does throw it, it's pretty fast, it's pretty solid.
That time he tapped Arreola to the body and moved away. Nice combination by Adamek. Arreola says, bring more of that on. And Adamek says, sure. Something with just under a minute to go in the round, Adamek may have evened things up a little bit.
If Adamek doesn't have a mouthpiece against a puncher like Arreola, this is how you lose teeth.
Well, if I was in there and I knew he didn't have a mouthpiece, I would go after him. Sometimes when you have the mouth guard in there, it kind of helps your chin a little bit, makes your chin a little bit harder. Because it's used to having it in there. Now when it's not in there, it's like, okay, that takes off for like 20% of that protection, and maybe I can get in there with a good punch.
Good left hand by Adamek. Arreola answers back with the left of his own.
Adamek's legs are all over the place. He's just walking around, and really that's just bad balance. Anytime you get hit with a shot, you're going to go down because your legs isn't under you.
He was wobbled a little bit by something in that round, early in the round.
What is it? Breathe. When he's walking in on you, when he's walking in hard, step back, give him a feint. When he walks in, step back, give him a hard 1-2. All right, body or the head. 1-2, 1-2, 3, then get out of there. Here. Throw combinations, work in with the double jab.
And here we see Arreola hurting Adamek. Looks like an equilibrium shot, catches him on top of the head. And here's Adamek coming back with a good combination.
Hey, there was that sequence in the first third of the round where it really felt like Arreola was asserting himself, but Adamek had a pretty good finish to that round in the last minute.
He did, but I think because Arreola seemed to wobble him or disturb him with something again late in the round, Arreola carried the day.
And Adamek making that same mistake, circling to his left, hand down a little bit. If Arreola was a little bit faster with that right hand, definitely a recipe for disaster.
Adamek resets and now circles to his right, Arreola's left.
See, Arreola's right eye looks like it's closing up.
Adamek's done a pretty good job, too, of working the body of Arreola, although there he triples up the jab to the head. Left and a right.
Maybe not closing up, but starting to swell, starting to the early stages of an eye closing.
The volume from Arreola is not nearly the same, but this fight has a little bit of a feel to the first fight, the Angulo-Julio fight.
If Julio had better technique than Angulo.
You know, Adamek's game plan is to sort of stay away here and then try to convert with shots when he can.
Yes, and there is a sense that Adamek has to work harder because of the size difference.
And Arreola got Adamek's attention right there.
Yep, and Adamek is hurt.
You know, I don't think he was hurt. I think he was more surprised that he got hit with that shot. And like I said, you know, look at his footwork. His footwork is terrible.
But I think, I think that's because he was hurt, Lennox. I think that's why his feet look like that.
You know, he's standing very square to Arreola. You know, Arreola has to catch him with a good punch, and Adamek is down. There's no doubt about that in my mind.
Short little left from Adamek, just trying to slow the tide a little from Arreola. Arreola with a right cross.
And that one's great by.
Yeah, did not get the full effect.
No, it looked like a fight-ending punch had it landed with Arreola's weight behind it.
Good combination from Adamek. Arreola walks through that.
Every time you throw one jab, he's catching you with the counter. Deep breath. Deep breath. How you feeling? Talk to me. Good. I get it. Awa. Walk him out. No. Okay. Listen to me. Good round. Okay. Listen to me though. Keep moving your head.
Stop him when he's lunging in. Okay? You got to give him a hard 2 or 3 jabs and then put your punch behind.
Here we see Arreola scraping by with that left jab. I'm saying if he had more power on that, imagine what he could have done.
There's also a right hand later in the round that seemed like it had him right on the chin, had Adamek right on the chin, but one didn't have Arreola's full weight behind it.
Now getting a timeout from the corner of Adamek by referee Jack Reese. Problem with the shoe. Oh, the leather on the bottom of the shoe has dislodged from the actual shoe, the sole.
That might also explain the shoddy footwork.
Harold, what about this equipment repair?
What can you do, Bob? You call time, you fix it, you start the round. That's about all.
We'll see if that plays into it. I should mention that Ronnie Shields is not coming into the ring. The reason because you only have X amount of people allowed up in the corner in between rounds, and they want the interpreter to be one of the people there. So Ronnie is seated off the corner and involved. Don't forget, coming after HBO's Boxing After Dark, you don't want to miss the next installment of 24/7 Mayweather Mosley. They get set for their big pay-per-view showdown. Nothing landed there from Arreola. That left hand got in and then followed it up with a right.
And Arreola's getting through with that jab. He's really trying to land it. He's pushing it through right now. And he's having some success with it.
Early in this fight, first 3 rounds, Arreola wasn't so sure that Adamek couldn't hurt him. And I think he decided a round or 2 ago, see the low blow from Adamek, second warning. I think he decided a round or 2 ago, Arreola did, that Adamek can't hurt him. He's shaking his head no and walking through Adamek's punches. And doing much better in this fight as a result.
Well, I think Adamek hurt him with a couple punches right there. Hit him pretty low.
Lennox, are you satisfied right now at this point what Arreola's been able to do?
To a point, I think he can do a little bit more. You know, there's certain situation he has him against the ropes and is allowing him to escape, and then he has to reset again.
Arreola's left eye is bleeding.
So this is where Arreola has his success when he pushes that jab forward, forcing Adamek against the ropes, and then sees him throwing different punches. Adamek having real trouble trying to get out of the way, and he's not throwing anything, he's just trying to get out of the way.
And when he does throw like that, the punches just don't seem to have an effect on Arreola.
No, that's where the size is coming into play.
Now this is where Arreola is imposing his size and will on him, and this is pretty smart by Arreola because this is what he needs to do in this stage of the fight.
Another good round for Chris Arreola. Belts out to end round number 6.
What was it from? I'm a butt. Breathe, baby. Small headbutt. Keep working behind with the jab. Keep banging.
Mark your calendars for Broad Street Bullies, the HBO sports documentary about the legendary Philadelphia Flyers of the 1970s, premiering May the 4th. And tune in on Tuesday, May 18th for the next Real Sports as we profile Lance Matthew, a.k.a. the Dogfather, 4-time defending champion of the Iditarod sled dog race, 1,100 miles across Alaska in temperatures that reach 70 below.
Every chance you're inside, you gotta bang downstairs, okay? Keep banging away. 7 coming up.
Mouthpiece is like that.
And we begin round number 7. With that said, we check in with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob, again, 58-56, 4 rounds to 2, Chris Arreola. You know, he's bigger, he's stronger, and when he gets off, he lands the harder, cleaner shots, doing more damage. Tomasz Adamek's fighting a very smart fight. Get in, get some good shots, and get the heck out of there. Incidentally, with mouthpieces, you're supposed to have 2. So if one goes flying and the referee calls time, brings the guy to the corner, they put in the second mouthpiece. So each guy's supposed to have 2 mouthpieces. Jack Reese didn't realize that Adamek didn't have a mouthpiece. That didn't make a difference. 4-2, Arreola.
All right, Harold, round number 7 underway. You can see the size of Arreola sort of taking shape in this fight. He's walked through a lot of Adamek's punches. Adamek more on the retreat than punching.
I got it 3-3, but the way this fight is going, that might be academic. Arreola's really starting to impose himself physically.
Good short left inside by Adamek. Yeah, I'm with you, Max, through the first 6 rounds, but the flow and the sort of temperament of this fight is leaning more and more toward Arreola each round.
And Adamek is, you know, he's moving a lot quicker around the ring, but he's moving in a defensive manner. He's not throwing any punches, not seizing the moments when Arreola misses. You know, looks a bit wary.
It's a really impressive showing so far by Arreola. He didn't get frustrated by being outboxed early by Adamek, and he's imposing his size the way a big man is supposed to.
Adamek with the left hand. Arreola kind of walks right through it. Lex, what about from Adamek's standpoint as far as what can he do to sort of regain some control here?
Well, you know, one thing he can do, throw a lot more jabs, mix up that left hand a little bit more. And, you know, his feet work, you know, make sure that he keeps his left body facing Arreola, because when he gets squared up like that, I'm always concerned that he's going to topple over at one big punch.
Well, Adamek's fans chanting Polska, trying to rally their band. Immediately shot down by the Arreola fans here in Ontario, California.
I think Adamek has been having a better round than he's had in recent rounds. He hasn't been caught with anything big, and he hasn't appeared to have been hurt this round. And he's gotten off some good shots.
And he's doubled up Arreola in the connects, according to CompuBox. End of round 7.
You're giving him. All right, good. You're giving him a little too much room, all right? All right, good. Good. Hey, listen. Let's close that gap. Let's not give him the room he needs to be effective, okay? Need you working back? I need you going back to that
So
jab.
far this fight, Arreola landing 79 of 307. Adamek 115 of 355. To the left, the punches of Adamek and his 115 connects. You see all but 21 of them have gone to the head. Arreola has only thrown 14 body shots so far to this point. Arreola to the right has landed a lot of left hands to Adamek. Don't forget, you can log on to HBO.com/boxing to watch those Punch Zone stats unfold live on your computer screen. In the last round, Adamek landed 15 to Arreola's 7.
Not exactly Paul Williams and Sergio Martinez in there.
But after the way things had been going for Adamek, a pretty good stabilizing round for him at least.
Yep. I thought he took the round and clash of heads. And as you said, Bob, stopped Arreola's momentum at least temporarily.
Amazing, even when Adamek lands some of his big shots like that left right there, it's not phasing Arreola at all.
Yeah, Adamek is landing more shots and he's landing the cleaner shots, but they're not, the most effective shots seem to be, until the last round and a half, landed by Arreola.
And Adamek was really just outworking him when he's throwing those punches. Adamek is remembering the gym work and remembering the bag work and saying, yeah, let me get those 3 punches in. This is what I've been practicing. And what you practice in the gym is what you practice in the ring, what you should do in the ring.
Adamek having a very good round right now.
Adamek told us that, as much as he's got to be cautious and he's got to box Arreola, that, when the fists start to fly, he's a brawler at heart. I mean, at this point, Lennox, though, doesn't it almost have to click in? I've got to put on a boxing clinic here over the last part of the fight because I really can't hurt this guy.
No, I mean, he seems like he's caught his second breath, and he's trying to throw that more combinations. Not saying they're too effective, but, he's throwing the right combinations, body punching, ending off to the head.
For Arreola, it's interesting because, his average fight goes 3.3 rounds, 25 knockouts in 29 fights. He's been forced to work. He's thrown, according to CompuBox, the most punches he's ever thrown in a fight to this point, 336. But obviously, a lot of his fights ended knockouts. We'll find out about that good 250 pounds that he says he has and how that conditioning holds up.
Arreola's throwing one jab once in a while and he's missing. And it seems like he has to stop and get his balance again and then throw more jabs. But he needs to throw double jabs in there, triple jabs. If he's not throwing them, he can't expect that right hand to reach home.
Well, he suddenly, in these last 2 rounds, round 7 and 8, allowed Adamek to sort of fight the way he needs to fight, which is be busier, land some clean shots, and not get hit at all.
Take that. All right, that's a better round. Listen, you're getting him frustrated. Tell me the words. He's getting frustrated. Get that jab going, and when you get in front of him, When you stand there, throw combinations. 1, 2, 3, 4, go.
With that double jab, right? Close that gap. You got to close. One ain't gonna do it. You got to punch combinations and quit following. Now he's flurrying and getting out. You're letting him, right? You got to pressure him. Good. Deep breath.
And here we see a body punch by Adamek. Ooh, crushing blow. And let me tell you, that's a punch that will affect a man, especially if he's not in good shape.
Well, you know, we talked about how things were going Arreola's way as we begin round number 9. The last 2 rounds, Adamek has sort of stabilized things. And we talked about the fact that Arreola's never thrown this many punches in a fight, 250 pounds. What will the conditioning be like? In the last round, according to CompuBox, Arreola only threw 4 power punches. He landed 2 of 4. He only threw 37 punches in the round.
Obviously that he took a rest that round. And let's see if he can do a lot more in this round. Because if I was in his corner, I would say this is the time you need to really pick it up.
And he looks like he is. He's closing the distance better than he did in the last 2 rounds. Arreola is, but he's not landing the punches he did in rounds 4 through 6 so far.
And just when the momentum was clearly turning Arreola's way, the tide seems to be flowing back to Adamek. He lands a jab, then lands a hook to the body, and sort of moves away, forces Arreola to reset. Which is Lennox, pretty good discipline by Adamek. He's given away 33 pounds. I mean, that's what they weighed at the weigh-in. And he was under pressure, but he's kind of kept his mental poise here and gotten back to what works for him.
Well, one thing he's done is not allow Arreola to put his weight on him, because that's really telling as you go down the line in the fight.
And Arreola's face, pretty swollen from all the shots that he's taken. Punch a little low. Another warning for Adamek.
Was that punch low?
I don't think that was low. I think that was a clean, right around the belt.
You can't see the belly button, and I guess you could see half of Arreola's belly button. A punch on the belt shouldn't be called low.
Well, you know why he called it low? Because he heard it. It was like a little pop, so he knew he hit the cup.
Well, maybe he heard Arreola, and Arreola faked like, hey, he hit me low.
If this round continues this way, with Adamek outboxing Arreola, it's really a fight taking place in 3-round chunks. The first 3, I know Harold gave the first one to Arreola. I thought Adamek won the first 3. Arreola won the next 3 pretty cleanly. And I think Adamek took the next 3 if this keeps up.
You see the total punches in the round according to CompuBox at this point, 17-6 in Adamek's favor. And Adamek's thrown 42 to Arreola's 38. Saying, come on, let's fight. Adamek says, I'm fighting the way I want to fight, not the way you want to fight.
He's saying, dude, I don't want to chase you around. Let's fight.
Here with my hands.
Well, it's HBO's Boxing After Dark. Now, earlier tonight, Joel Julio was boxing, trying to stay outside against Alfredo Angulo, but Angulo wore him down and then landed that right hand in round number 11. Julio got up, made the count, but it was stopped at 139 of the 11th. Alfredo Angulo improves to 18-1, gets his 15th stoppage in a fight that Angulo was winning on all 3 judges' scorecards.
That's 12. Indio. Hey. Arriba. Hey. Deep breath. Hey.
Strengths, but like his strengths, hit him with 3-punch combination and go.
No, seconds out.
In the last 2 rounds, Arreola has landed just 5 of 16 power shots. Adamek has landed 22 of 54. Let's check in with Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. 5 rounds to 4. 86-85 Tomasz Adamek. I tell you, Bob, I've got him winning 3 rounds in a row. I mean, this is Chris Arreola's worst nightmare. You don't want to fight no runners, guys that move.
Let him go,
You know, he's
Tomasz.
lugging
Let him
around
go,
250 pounds, and he can't catch the guy. In the meantime, Adamek gets in with the combinations. Never one at a time. There's always 2 or 3 shots. He goes to the body, then the next time he'll go upstairs. But, you know, there's always 2 or 3 shots, clean shots, and he gets out of there. 5-4, Adamek.
Arreola trying to pick up the pace. Good right hand by Arreola.
Very good right hand by Arreola.
And then an uppercut inside.
And we see Adamek's disposition come out here. He got hurt. He likes to throw back. He's been involved in fights of the year at light heavyweight against Paul Briggs and good real wars at cruiserweight against the top of that division.
And Arreola better watch it because he's just coming in there blasting, but he's not thinking about defense, so he's got to watch out that he doesn't run into one of Amak's punches.
And each other go, stop, break, step away from each other.
Adamek showing a little weary, but he still has to be concerned that that right hand by Arreola can come out at any given moment.
And, well, this is the first round of the last 3 rounds of the fight, and sure enough, Arreola's winning it.
You hurt?
Arreola looked like he hurt his hand there.
Yeah.
He winched. It could be his right hand.
Looks like his right hand, and Adamek senses it. Adamek is also an opportunist. If he has an advantage, he presses it wisely. I think he senses that something happened with Arreola, and he's trying to press the advantage.
Now he lands some good shots. Arreola answers back with a left.
Arreola hasn't thrown that right hand yet. I think he's waiting for the little sprain he got when he hit Adamek on the head to go.
All right, so far we have not seen that right hand been thrown by Arreola. There's the left, but no right hand to follow. Again, he does not throw the right hand. Just reaches out with his right hand there.
Referee asking if he's okay. Referee senses are ready to see if he hurt his hand.
He really has not. I mean, the one right hand that he reached with, but he has not thrown that thing with any kind of authority since that moment. Again, he pushes out the right there. Tries to fire up the left hand. Wild. None of that is landing. How do you like that round? Obviously, it was all going Arreola's way, but the last minute 15, Adamek's way.
Hey, deep breath, baby, deep breath. The fight is close, baby. The fight is close. We need these last 2 rounds, Chris, right? Deep breath. Awa. Awa. Hey, listen.
Chris, you good, Benny?
Oh, good. Listen.
And here we're going to see by Arreola throwing the right hand, catching Adamek on the chin. And here we're going to see a left uppercut by Arreola. Right hand. And this is a shot, everybody. Oh, where he hurt his right hand, he winces a little bit. It catches him actually bad because it hit him on top of the head.
By all rights, Arreola should have won that round. It's kind of not fair, but I don't think he did. I think Adamek took enough advantage of Arreola once Arreola. Oh. I guess that right hand feels okay now.
Good start to the 11th. First time Arreola's been in the 11th.
Adamek always loses his mouth guard every time he gets hit in the mouth. I don't think that looks good. But you can tell that Arreola senses a little urgency. He needs to really catch Adamek with some good punches in this round. So he's pushing the pace a little bit.
Close fight. 2 rounds to decide it. According to the corner of Arreola, something in the bicep that's bothering him. We showed you that replay from round number 10. in the right bicep.
Stop. No punches. Let each other go. Step back. Come on. Step back.
Arreola spits out some blood. Taps Adamek with a right hand.
Stop. Step away from each other. Go.
Left hand started that sequence.
You see, this is why one of the reasons the fans have responded very well to Arreola. He's in excruciating physical pain. It's obvious. He's fighting a very tough fighter and at the end of a very tough fight, and there's no quit in him.
And you see what happens? You know, when you hurt your right hand, you overuse that left hand. He knows that. He realizes his right hand's hurting. So he says, well, boy, my left hand's okay, so I'm going to overwork that.
Arreola with a 3-punch combo. Ending with a shot to the body.
Arreola's face is a mess. A cut just busted open on his right eye now.
And Adamek maybe trying to steal this round as Arreola has stopped throwing punches. Arreola shakes it off, but they're landing. May not be hurting him, but they're landing. None of that landed, despite what the fans of Arreola think. Quite an 11th round.
We gotta have this last round, baby. It's close. Listen to me. Listen to me. You gotta let everything hang out, baby, okay? You gotta let everything hang out.
What's wrong with your hand, bro?
All right. Look up.
You got one more round in you?
Yes, of course.
All right.
Hey, it's close, Chris. You can't. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me.
Hey, no, that means he's hurt. Step up and hit him with a combination. Then when he comes, get out of there.
Nice deep breath.
Este round es muy importante. Póngale todo. Hey, you can't let him steal the end of the round, right?
Good luck, boys.
12th and final round for Chris Arreola and Tomasz Adamek. No knockdown so far in the fight. Arreola's landed some big shots. Adamek has stood in the face of that heavy-handed punching of Arreola. He's outworked him. Against the much bigger man, he's fought very intelligently over the balance of the fight. Is it enough to win in Arreola's backyard?
Stop punching. Let each other go. Come on.
Lennox, there's a lot to be impressed about from both of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, both of them really want to win. Both of them are giving 100%. I like the fact that Arreola hurt his hand and still is not giving up. He's using his left hand, knows that he needs to use his left hand. Even in this last round, he's jumping around, showing that, yeah, he wants it, he's in shape. He's not saying he's tired.
And the thing that's been interesting about Adamek, who's given away the 30 pounds, 33 pounds, when the fight seemed to be teetering in the wrong way, he was able to get it back to the way he needed it to go in order for him to be successful. Arreola not pleased with Adamek moving around.
Arreola called him all kinds of different names right now, trying to get him to stand still to fight.
It'd be crazy to do so. Why not pot shot like that? Left, right, move out.
Adamek knows that he needs to do that. He wants to stay clear of any big shot right now, knowing that this is the last round.
Under a minute to go. Arreola trying to land that one big punch to stop Adamek in his tracks. Can he do it? Oh, nice combination by Adamek. Body and head, and then moves away.
What a heavyweight fight we're watching right now.
Stop. Break. Step away from each other.
Thrown over 1,100 punches combined. Adamek's taking what Arreola gives him, and then he gets away. Arreola's not going to get that toe-to-toe brawl from Adamek. He wants it. Adamek wisely moves away. Adamek holding on. There's the bell to end it. Chris Arreola goes 12. At times, he landed some big shots. You see Harold Letterman's scorecard. He has it for Adamek, who outboxed Arreola in key points of the bout. We'll take a look at the judges once again. That'll be scoring this fight here tonight in Ontario, California. Tony Krebs, 2 title fights on his resume from the state of California. He had Quintana's decision over Williams. He scored it for Quintana, 116-112. Barry Druxham hails from Washington, 4 title fights on his resume. And the most experienced of the 3 judges, Joe Pasquale of New Jersey, with 28 title fights on his resume. Let's take a look at the final punch stats. First, we'll look at the total. And Adamek was the busier of the 2, throwing 631, landing at 31%. He landed 70 more punches than Arreola over the balance of the 12 rounds. Take a look at the power numbers in the fight as well, where Adamek landed at 41%, 128 of 309. And in some of those late rounds, Arreola not effective enough. Now we'll take a look at where those power punches and those total punches landed as we take a look at the punch zone. Punches landed on Arreola to the left. You see Adamek was able to use that right hand and left hook to the head effectively. Same for Arreola, although it was Adamek who did concentrate on the body of the much bigger man, the 250-pound Chris Arreola, as he threw 51 punches and connected 51 punches to the body. All right, let's get the judges' scores as we send it to the ring, and Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Citizens Business Bank Arena, Ontario, California, we go to the scorecards. Tony Krebs scores the bout, 114-114. He has it even. Barry Druxman has it, 115-113. Joseph Pasquale, 117-111. To the winner by majority decision, the pride of Poland, Tomasz Adamek.
In his 3rd fight as heavyweight, Tomasz Adamek, a majority decision win against Chris Arreola. To the delight of the Poland fans here, not only in Ontario, California, but those watching back in New Jersey, where he fights out of Jersey City. Lennox, it was a disciplined fight when things were teetering the wrong way. Adamek went back to movement, combinations. We showed you the punch zone, punches to the body, 51 connects to the body. That was good enough to slow Arreola down when he had to.
Well, he did that, and he did it in good fashion. And this is what he needed to do. And the fact that he gave good movement throughout the fight and made himself difficult to hit was very telling in the last few rounds.
All right, let's send it up to the ring. Max Kellerman is with Tomasz Adamek.
Congratulations on an excellent fight, Thomas. What do you think about this fight?
You know, was tough fight. Chris prepared very good. He had good condition. But I'm smartest. You know how he's smartest? I'm faster and I win.
you won the first 3 rounds, but in the next 3 rounds, rounds 4, 5, and 6, he looked like he hurt you. Did he hurt you?
No, never. I'm too quick.
So you didn't feel the punches?
I'm Highlander. I have shin, hard shin.
What's next, Thomas? Who do you want next?
My dream is be third category champion. I will. Be sure.
So you want one of the belt holders, either the Klitschko's or David Haye?
I have my boss Ziggy will negotiation. Tomorrow I will think about next fight. Today I win. I'm happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all people which came to watching my fight, our fight. Thank you HBO. Thank you everybody.
Thank you, Thomas. Chris, I saw you applauding the decision. Do you think the judges got it right?
Yeah, of course you did. You know, first of all, I want to thank all the Polish fans that came out here, man. You guys are great fans, and you guys got a great fighter, Tomasz Adamek. You know, all my Mexicanos, you guys got to give it up to Tomasz Adamek, man. He's a great motherfucker, a great fighter. You know, I came in here, Baba Booeyed my fucking opportunity.
Baba Booey, you got in there. And you got the curse in. Do you plan these ahead of time?
Oh, no, I never did, man. I didn't plan this motherfucker beating my ass, but he did, man. He beat me. You know, he did what he wanted to do in the ring. And, you know, everybody got to be proud of him, and my hat's off to him.
Chris, it looked like he won the first 3 rounds. You won the next 3 rounds. He was coming on in the 9th, and it looked like you were controlling the 10th until you sustained an injury maybe on your hand. Is that what happened?
You know, I injured my hand like in the 5th round, man.
Here it is. And you start to wince here. Is that where it happened?
Yeah, well, it started early in the 5th round, but I just kept going, not giving a fuck. But then finally, like in the 10th round, 9th round, I hurt it real bad, and it hurt.
And what happened here? You seemed to double over in pain here. What was hurting here?
Same hand, man. It was the same hand, my left hand. It's real painful now on my hand and my arm, dude. And honestly, you know, he has a hard head. You know, I felt those headbutts, man. Look at me, I look like fucking Shrek right now. But in all honesty, man, he was a better fighter tonight, and he fought his game plan to perfection.
Chris, it's always fun watching you fight. We look forward to seeing you again soon, I'm sure. Bob?
All right, thanks very much, Max Kellerman. Well, Chris Arreola gave his props to